أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وقال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سيجعل لهم الرحمن ودا ثم أما بعد. My dear brothers, today we gather again on the day of Friday for a reminder. And the whole point of a khutbah is to remind us of something. So my question to everyone in this very short khutbah, inshallah, less than 10 minutes, right, is what are we being reminded of? What did we forget that we need to be reminded of? So that's what I want everyone to think in their heads, right? When you woke up today, what was the first thing that you thought of, right? It could be anything. Not everybody is thinking about Allah when they wake up. If you have a habit of praying Fajr, then most likely you did think of Allah, right? But if you're not consistent with praying Fajr, or the first thing you think about when you wake up is school or something else, then you are part of the group, and myself included. If we do that, then we are part of the group that needs to be reminded. And that's one of the reasons why we come here on Friday, so we are reminded. And it's not only limited to Fridays. We should be reminding ourselves and be reminded of every day, every hour, anytime we get a chance to. So, once again, I want to ask everybody a question. When you woke up today, what was the first thing you thought of? Right? And if you did not think about Allah, myself included, then this is something that we need to work on. And so the verse that I recited was in Surah Maryam, at the end of the surah, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ سَيَجْعَلُ لَهُمُ الرَّحْمَنُ وُدًّا. And for those that believe and they do good deeds, Allah will create for them love. So what is this love? Some scholars say that this love is the love between Allah to His servants, right? The love that Allah has for His servants. And some people say that this is the love that the servants have for Allah. So we can take both of them, right? It means both. And where does this love come from? It comes from Allah. Allah is the one that makes this love in us. So if we forget oftentimes, we forget Allah, then this is something that we can make dua for. This is something that only comes from Allah. If we're blessed with the ability that the first thing we wake up is we think of Allah, then that's a blessing from Allah. So now, the second question. You came to the masjid, but is everybody thinking about Allah right now? Are you thinking about what is being said, or are you thinking about Allah in the masjid, or is your mind still back home? Is it my soul and someone else? Right? So this is to grab your attention. So everybody should think about their minds right now. Forget about the money, that's in the past now. Even right now, are you thinking about Allah? Right? And if you're not, then this is your chance to come and think about Allah. Think about where you are from Allah. Are you confident enough? So when I'm saying you, I'm saying it as a question, but it also applies to me, right? The reminder is not free from the person who reminds is not free from the reminder. The reminder is for everyone. So when I sit down, take a break, this last question, and that is, so the question is that am I confident enough to say that I love Allah? Or am I confident enough to say that Allah loves me? أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر.
So it is the best time between the two khutbah. Raise your hand and make dua, please. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Continuing on, and we're gonna end it with this short note, but I want this to serve as something for us. This cannot be a regular khutbah, one of the Fridays that we attend, and then as soon as we walk out the door, we forget, right? But also, change doesn't happen suddenly, right? Change happens over time. So the first thing, the least that we can do, myself included, is after this khutbah, is to evaluate myself, right? To constantly think about where I am and where I need to be. Where do we need to be? We need to be as close to Allah as we can. And where we are right now, where are we right now? That the answer to that question everybody knows in their head, right? How much of the day are we spending thinking about Allah, right? So what does it mean to think about Allah? You can think about His blessings that He gave you. That's thinking about Allah. When you wake up in a cozy bed, in a house, with your family, right? And you have food to eat, and you have school to go to, even if it might be online, not everybody has a school to go to, even if it's online. But you have an education, or if you have a job, or if you have kids, you have a family. You can continue to count the blessings of Allah, and you will get tired. You will become old, but you can never count the blessings of Allah. So that's what the point of this khutbah was, right? It's supposed to be a reminder. It's not supposed to be a lecture, right? So I asked everyone to review one last time what we want from this khutbah, right? The first thing is that what are we forgetting, right? What did we forget that we need a reminder? And why do we constantly need a reminder to Allah? Right? The second question is, look at yourself. Right? Where am I in terms of where I need to be? And this is all in the sense of about how close you are to Allah. Everybody is different. And you cannot determine how far somebody else is or how close somebody else is to Allah. You can only look at yourself and you can only judge from yourself. But you can remind each other. You can remind yourself and you can remind each other. And so that's the end of the reminder. I ask Allah to grant us knowledge that is beneficial for us and benefit us with the knowledge that He has granted us. I ask Allah to pull us to look towards Him, that we are given this love for Him, that we constantly think about Allah, no matter what we're doing. I ask Allah to have mercy on us, because with His mercy comes His love. Walking the sun.
Ali.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح
Swear your oath. Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين لقد أحصاهم وعدهم عدا وكلهم آتيه يوم القيامة فردا إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سيجعل لهم الرحمن ودا الله سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث الله سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
استغفر الله. اللهم انت السلام ومنك السلام تبارك يا ذا الجلال والاكرام. اللهم اعني على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا سمعت له ما في السماء ولا يحيطون بشيء وسع ولا يؤوده وغيرنا. سبحان الله how many times? Go ahead. سبحان الله 33 مرة. ما تجريش على مهلك بتصدق ربنا سبحانه وتعالى. اللي بعد سبحان الله 33 مش سامع.